Hi, Kennedy. It's Gianna. I hope you and your family are doing well and staying healthy, and that you've been practicing your reading while we're not in school. Today, I'm going to read a story called Don't Feed the Pigeons. And I read this one because I seem to remember you telling me that you have a bird too as a pet. So I thought you might like this story. So let's get started. Don't Feed the Pigeons, written by Anne Harth. Eva and Tony ate lunch in the park. A pigeon landed next to their bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. I wonder what kind of sandwich he likes. Don't feed the pigeon, Tony said. Why not? Eva asked as she took a bite of her sandwich. If you feed one, hundreds will come. Another pigeon landed on the bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. Tony shook his head. You'll be sorry. He stood up. I'm going to the corner store. Do you want to come? Eva looked at the pigeons. I'll wait here. I'll be right back. Don't feed the pigeons. A third pigeon landed on the bench. Eva gave him a piece of her sandwich. I wonder what's going to happen with Eva's sandwich here. Suddenly, pigeons came from everywhere. They flapped and fluttered. They covered the ground. They covered the bench. Wow. Have you ever seen that many pigeons all together at one time? The sky was full of pigeons. There were hundreds of them. Eva threw pieces of her sandwich to them. Soon her sandwich was all gone. People walked past. They smiled and shook their heads. You shouldn't feed the pigeons, a little boy yelled. Eva waved her arms. One by one, the pigeons flew away. When Tony came back, the pigeons were gone. He took a bite of his sandwich. Eva's stomach grumbled. She was still hungry. She watched Tony as he ate his lunch. What's wrong? Tony asked. What do you think? I'm still hungry. Eva rubbed her stomach. You fed the pigeons, didn't you? Eva nodded. Did you give them all of your lunch? Asked Tony. Eva nodded. Her stomach grumbled again. Here, said Tony. Well, that was pretty nice of Tony. He's sharing a sandwich with her because she's still hungry. He held out half of his sandwich. You can have the rest of my sandwich, but you have to promise me one thing. I know, Eva said. I promise never to feed the pigeons. So here are some things to think about the story. Why does Eva feed the pigeons? I bet she probably likes them and maybe thinks it's a nice thing to do and that they might be hungry, right? What happens to Eva's lunch? Well, you saw what happened in the story, right? When one pigeon saw that they could get some sandwich, all of his friends wanted to come. Where does Tony go in the story? Do you remember where Tony went? It said he went to the corner store. Maybe he went to go buy a drink. What does Eva promise never to do again? I think she learned her lesson and she won't be feeding the pigeons anymore. What do you think? All right, Kennedy, that's the end of our story. I hope you liked it, and I hope that we get to work together soon. Keep practicing your reading. Bye.